to focus on how we eat and how much we eat. And when do we eat? Okay? And what to eat. Alright, you have the what, when, how, okay, so what we eat basically, we prefer the fruits and the vegetables, okay, and the salads, those that are not cooked. And then, if you are going to eat so much, you eat more in the morning. In the morning, all right. Preferably the fruits in the morning and the vegetables in the morning. Okay, because they are, yeah, once they are assimilated, they usually stay even up to late afternoon. So what I do in the morning, basically, my meal in the morning is big. So I wake up early for my 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock class because I teach at STC. So I eat from 6 o'clock to 6:30, about 30 minutes, or even less if I will be rushing. So I eat um, a regular size avocado, okay, and then some nuts, probably a handful of nuts, and then salads and other fruits. Okay, so this could maintain me even up to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I have classes that I would go straight up to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And still at the time I wouldn't feel hungry. I still feel good and energetic, even if I have students who come to me and ask some questions after classes. So I still would maintain my energy. And then, as a father with 4 children, you know how busy I am. Four small children, grown. I have 2 teenagers, and then the third one is coming up to be a teenager because, well, we have a 4 year old. And both of us, my wife and I, are working. So, you know how busy we are. So we have learned to cook and prepare meals that are easy to prepare that could maintain us through the day. Okay. So in at lunch, you just basically eat more than as compared to your dinner. But I would like you to point out here that your dinner, your supper, should be very light. If you are going to eat for 3 times a day, your dinner should be very light. So you can just settle with this, okay? Just half of a plate. Because if you are going to start with fruits and vegetables in the morning, you can seal it with fruits for dinner, which is very light and easy to digest. 2 hours before you go to sleep. Now what happens is that if you tend to overeat for dinner, the body would switch to a different mechanism in order to try to digest and then assimilate the food that you have eaten. But normally, the body releases insulin, high amounts of insulin in the morning. Okay, that's the normal rhythm of the body. In the morning, it releases more of insulin. Now at night, it releases glucagon. Now these are two major hormones in the body that would control your sugar level. Now insulin tends to allow the food that you have eaten to be absorbed by the cells. We call this as assimilation. All right. So that is a hormone that would open the gates in the cells because there are specific gates in the cells where this nutrient would come in. Okay, and the opener, the key that opens this gate would be the insulin. All right, so it opens that gate in order for the nutrients to get into the cells. All right, now for glucagon at night, okay, there is lower amount of insulin but higher amount of glucagon. You know this one, this glucagon is the one that tries to convert the glucose in the bloodstream into triglycerides, or it could convert this as a form that would be stored in the liver. So we call this as glycogen. You have heard of glycogen, right? You have heard of triglycerides as well. Now, when you tend to overeat at night, you would imagine that there is so much that is going to be deposited in the liver, okay, to be stored for future use. But the thing is, since we have just only one liver, right? We have just one liver, and it could contain so much. It has a certain capacity. It has a certain limit. Now, if there is too much that you have eaten, this glucose will be converted into triglycerides. You are familiar with triglycerides. This is a form of fat that is converted from excess glucose, excess sugar in the bloodstream. So it will be converted there to become fat. Now, if you find fats along the bloodstream, okay, some of them can be deposited in the walls of the arteries, and some of them could cause problems with how the heart pumps and how the blood vessels to deliver these nutrients and gases to the different cells of the body. And some cases where if there is too much triglyceride levels, there have been cases where this could trigger heart attacks. Okay, now you may have observed that during festivities, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving Eve, what else? Others, birthdays, we tend to overeat, right? We tend to overeat. Invitations here and there, we prepare as well at home. And then, you please come over, let's eat together. And we tend to eat even after midnight. And you may have observed that the wailing sound of the ambulance would go early morning. Okay, early morning. Why? Because it could be heart attacks and other things may happen in the body during those wee hours. Because of this mechanism, the buildup of high triglyceride levels, and also the digestive system is overworked at the time when we are supposed to be sleeping. I don't know if you have questions. There are cases also where the triglycerides will be deposited where? This neutral fats, we normally call this as neutral fat. They are deposited not only in they